Hello. So once you have PostQode installed, you can see three key sections: Explorer, Editor, and then the Chat section. Then this is where you can see the different agents. Let's see the web agent in action. I'll select the web agent, so I've given a prompt. Navigate to a specific URL. Log in as user, close the pop-up, search for a product, buy 2 quantities, place the order and verify my orders. If the placed order is displayed, and press enter, it'll launch the browser, perform the actions, learn the business rules, the constraints, understand the different elements on the screen, the locators, and then you'll be able to ask any question, like test cases, test data, more scenarios, bugs, accessibility issues, or even automation scripts. So now it has logged in. And as you can see, this is the plan. Now it'll search for the specific product, order 2 quantities, add to cart, and then place the order, which you can see in the orders section. So now it'll change the quantity and place the order. So all 7 steps are completed. And you can see the task completed section with all the details. Now you can ask for test cases, test data, accessibility issues, bugs, or even automation scripts. Generate automation scripts for the above flow as per my current automation framework in Java Selenium. So for example, here inside automation, I have my own Java Selenium framework. So it'll go through all of these and then create the test. You can have any language, any framework, and it'll understand that. The agent will go through the entire framework and then generate the automation script as per the existing one. So this is a key feature, where PostQode is able to understand your existing automation framework and generate scripts that match it. So now I'll press enter. Now it'll create the file inside the right folder, having understood all the pages and the automation framework structure. So this is how you can use the web agent to generate scripts as per your existing frameworks. Now coming to the API agent. Using the API agent, you can import a collection. So we have collections, test suites, and variables. In collections, you can import a collection. You can give a name and paste the raw JSON or YAML text here, or select the JSON/YAML file, or paste the link for a Postman collection, OpenAPI spec, or Swagger docs. Once you get the details and click Import, you'll see those details here. With respect to the APIs, you can click on a specific API and see the tabs. For example, body, headers. And this is global variables. And this is environment variables. You can create variables here using import variables or the create variable file option. You can test this particular API request here. It should give an authentication error. You can drag and drop this specific API request here. Select Code Agent to ask questions, maybe like explain this request, which can be useful for your onboarding sessions. You can also ask for test cases, or if you want to generate an automation script, just go to API Agent and type generate automation scripts for the above request. Or if you want to generate a script for any other request, you can give those specific request details here. Now here I have different test suites. So what API agent will do is, first it'll create a test suite. And within the test suite, it'll create a test case. And within the test case, it'll create a test step. I've already created one for the Accept Claim API. So let's pick Escalate Dispute. You can drag and drop this request and say, for this request, then press enter. And you also have the ability to go back to a specific point in your plan, where you can restore just the files, or just the task context, or both, by clicking Restore Files and Task. So let me collapse the API request. And here you should see your test suite being created. Within the test suite, you should have the test cases and the test steps. So once it creates the automation script, you can click on this specific request and see the details. Most of it would be already populated, So this would be around 85 to 90% ready. For example, parameterization, the right variables being selected, your body being populated, and then having the assertions as well. So if you want to add more assertions, just scroll through the snippets and click on the specific one you want. You can also add hooks on the test suite. Go to the three dots, click, and say Add Hook, where you can add a before each, after, or after each hook. For example, in this particular order creation suite, we have a generate access token before we create the order and perform actions on it. So this is the before hook. And then, after performing all the steps, you want to terminate the access token, so that becomes an after hook. So whether you want to perform it once or after every request, you can select accordingly, before hook or before each hook. And then for test cases, you can edit the test case, and you can also associate a dataset like this. We already saw how to create a dataset. Once the dataset is created, you can associate it with a set of test cases or a specific test case as well. If you have existing test data, we can build on top of it. Or if you don't, we can create a test data file from scratch. And then, you can execute the test suite locally or using CLI, or you can even integrate with your CI/CD pipelines. So now if you expand this, you can see the request and response body and the assertions. You can change the request as well. And you can see details about the status, time, and size at every step level. And these are the different test data rows that we had in the Excel file, the CSV file. And these are the 6 test cases which run against the different test data. So here, if you expand, you'll see the request body, and then the assertions, and similarly, the response body and assertions. Once everything is complete, you'll also see the overall duration for the test suite. So here you have the count. So that's about the API agent. So now we will see the mobile agent demo. We have connected a physical device, and now the mobile agent will navigate through the mobile app and generate an understanding document. Here is the prompt. And here you can see the tokens consumed. And here is the cost. So now the agent has navigated through the mobile app, learned the application, and we have generated the understanding document. And here I'm asking it to generate test cases for the catalog screen using the understanding document we just created. So here you can see all the test cases generated for the catalog screen. And now I'm asking it to add this specific test case directly to the automation framework. And once it's added, you can see all the changes committed here. And now I'm asking it to go ahead and execute the newly added test. And here you can see the Allure report. The test has been executed successfully, with all the steps passed.